In this video I will share some dramatic insights about the Rokoko Smart Suit that I got while using this suit in the last couple of months. And don't ask me why nobody else on the internet is talking about that. Probably the reason for that is that this video here is the only piece of content about the Rokoko that is not sponsored. For example, this article by nofilmschool.com can't be unpaid. You find this article very fast if you go and search on Google for Rokoko Smart Suit. This article is the reason why I wasted more than $5,000 on a Rokoko Smart Suit. They say if you're on a shoestring budget and okay with AA quality, the Perception Neuron can be a good choice. However, if you need quick setup and near AAA quality mocap, but are still budget conscious, the Rokoko Smart Suit is a great choice. AAA quality mocap! I read this, I saw some videos on YouTube and I thought, wow, this must be an amazing mocap suit. In this video I want to share the experience I made with the suit in the last couple of months and reveal a lot of things that I would have loved to know before I bought the suit. I hope that I can help you to set the correct expectations and make educated decisions if the Rokoko is for you or not. And I think this is the first thing we should begin with: expectations. After researching and watching all kinds of tutorials from Matt Walkman, Rokoko, Relution and other YouTubers, my expectations were that I can put on the suit, make a calibration post, stream the mocap data from the Rokoko Studio software to iClone and then to Unreal Engine via Live Link, and record my motion capture directly with Take Recorder in Unreal Engine. Everything for my small room at home, the same way as Sam from Rokoko, who makes the official Rokoko tutorials. And I mainly wanted to record dancers and artist performances. People who have experience with full performance motion capture are now probably laughing about my expectations and that I wanted to record dance performances with an inertia mocap suit. And my whole journey would have probably been not so frustrating if I had the right expectations right from the beginning. If you're wondering why I say I wasted $4,000, that's because I also get the gloves, the facial mocap system, the virtual production add-on, and also had to spend some money on additional Wi-Fi router, Steam VR cameras and HTC Vive trackers. So all in all it was about $6,000. And I still don't get the results I was hoping for. And I'm testing and optimizing now for a couple of months. So let me be clear, the Rokoko Smart Suit is a very fun piece of technology. It comes with a 30 days money back guarantee and I still have it. I love it. But it's not AAA quality, also not close. And you have to put in more time, effort and space than they say. It's not that easy. You cannot do everything you think, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. With these expectations, you will have a great time with the suit, and it's definitely worth it. But you should be aware of a couple of things that I will share with you now here. So let's go on with my story. Before I got the suit, my dreams already got destroyed after watching this video here by Ron Duckets, who, by the way, is sponsored by Rokoko competitor Accents. But it's not because of what he said in his video, but what Rokoko answered in the comment section. You have to clean up the motion using filters within Rokoko Studio to get the best results. So that already destroyed my dream of live streaming to Unreal Engine and recording there with Take Recorder. But I thought, okay, just one more step, then I record in Rokoko Studio software first, apply the filter there real quick, and then record the clean data with Take Recorder. That should be fine for me. So I bought the suit for $2,500 and the gloves for $1,000 and the Rokoko full mount for $95. It looks very nice how it comes in beautiful matte finishes, looks very high quality. I ordered the batteries ahead, which don't come with the suit, but that's fine, I got them for another 20 or 30 bucks or so. And I decided to go with the Relution Character Creator 3 and iClone pipeline, which means that I create my characters in Character Creator, which is much more flexible than MetaHuman. One-click export to iClone for animation. These characters there then are already rigged, and Rokoko and Relution have this pipeline that the bones and everything is already set up and good to go. Please note that you have to spend around $2,000 to $3,000 for iClone and Character Creator with all the needed plugins. It's not just $200 how it looks at first sight. You also need the Motion Live plugin, the Rokoko Profile, the 3D Exchange, Live Face Profile and the iClone Live Link plugin. But this is a topic for another video. Okay, so the pipeline was ready, easy and clear. That's great. I highly recommend this pipeline. Also, if you plan to use MetaHuman instead of Character Creator. I got into the suit, made my calibration pose and started my first recording. This feeling was incredible. Being in a mocap suit is the best thing that has ever happened to me. It's just so much fun playing another character, even if it's just the Rokoko mannequin. So that looked great and I was the happiest person in the world. So I let my girlfriend know that I was ready to record the next day. She's an artist and dancer and I told her to prepare the choreography for the next day that we will record then. So the next day was there. I followed Rokoko's instructions to remove all metal pieces in the room. Double checked using an app they recommended to make sure there's no magnetic interferences. And also turned off all my Wi-Fi devices, iPhone, iPad, laptop, HomePod, iRobot. Only my PC and Rokoko were turned on and close by. So everyone was ready, record, go. But what's that? The recording was all over the place. Not just slightly or some issues, but completely broken. Legs were jumping around, the arms and hands were going through the body. I was shocked. But the next moment I thought, okay, no, we have to apply the filters. So filters applied, it looked different, but still all over the place. So I sent a message to Rokoko. The support was very kind and asked me to send my recording over to them so that they can have a look at it. So I did this and unfortunately it turned out that I still had a lot of magnetic interferences in my recording. Although I cleaned up my space, turned off all other devices and checked the space using the recommended app. So it must have had to do with my environment. The only problem was I was living in an apartment building in the middle of Los Angeles. Rokoko support gave me the advice to get a dedicated Wi-Fi router that has a lot of power. So I got an Asus AC 3100 for $200. 3 days later I was ready for the next shoot. This time I also checked the sensors in the Rokoko software and made sure that they were all turned green. That means the magnetic interferences should be okay. So we recorded with seemingly better signal, but unfortunately no difference in our results. Still bad recording quality. Again, I sent a message to Rokoko. They again checked my recording file and confirmed this time magnetic interferences was okay. I was happy that I didn't have to move into another place. But this time I got an explanation that inertia mocap suits like the Rokoko need foot contact to the floor to work properly and won't get the same results as other suits with optical systems can get. The inertia mocap suit has no idea where it is in the room. It only knows the inertia and rotation of the bones. The suit has no idea if the character goes up the stairs and also cannot record this, or if the character is jumping in the air. I nearly lost my mind. As part of nearly each dance choreography my girlfriend is dancing, there were jumping scenes, rotations on the tiptoe, stretching a leg and sliding on the tiptoe. So that means no foot contact on the floor. And that meant that all that wouldn't be possible with the Rokoko. That meant for what I got the Rokoko, I cannot use it for. 30 days of my money back guarantee were already over. But at the same time, I wanted to get this to work so badly. So I did some research and found out that the virtual production add-on could help me. This add-on would mean that I should get 2 HTC Vive trackers and at least 2 Steam VR cameras. And this system would be connected to the Rokoko, which would give it the missing optical information. This way, the Rokoko suddenly knows where it is in the room. It should make it possible to go up the stairs, climb on a stool, dance and jump in the air. And after double checking with the Rokoko support, this should work. So I ordered the whole system for another $1,200. And after a couple of days, everything there was good to go. But unfortunately, the next recording session was the worst of my entire mocap journey. Nothing made sense anymore. So I hit up the Rokoko support. This time I got some help that I should be using the legacy filter and make some other changes to the filters. That helped, and for the first time my dance recording started to make more sense and look better. I was very happy and relieved. But there were still some issues with the arms, especially when they were touching the body or the head. Just a couple of days ago I accidentally read in a Facebook group or in a YouTube comment section that this is a natural part of any inertia mocap suit. I have no idea if this is true. I can see that getting close to my head with my hands never works for me. But I haven't talked to the Rokoko support about that yet. So there's only one issue left. And to understand that, I have to explain my recording process a little more. My process today is to record facial animation iClone first. Then I record body mocap in Rokoko Studio software. Then clean this recording with Rokoko Studio with their built-in filters. Then import the body mocap into iClone and synchronize it with the previous facial animation. Make further adjustments to the body animation in iClone, especially to arms and head, because most of the time my arms are too close to my body and my head is tilted too much forward. But I can easily change this in iClone. Then I bring all this data into Unreal Engine. Since I tend to make very long mocap recordings, around 10 minutes long, this import-export process can take a couple of hours. So you can already see that this process takes much longer than my original expectations. As a side note, but not underestimated, you should know that you can not do the full body recording in Rokoko Studio and then import this to iClone with their Rokoko to iClone pipeline. You can only transfer body and hands, not face. Yes, it's also not possible with the plugin you bought for this for around $2,000. But this is also part of my upcoming iClone video. Let's go on with my last issue. I recently realized when I was using the meta-human hair on my character creator characters in Unreal Engine that the hair is jittering. Like as if the motion of my head was not so smooth. But before I thought it is smooth. In Rokoko Studio and in iClone it looked good. But I found out that it probably isn't there smooth as well. I just didn't realize it because there is just black background that makes noticing jittering hard to see. Also, I was making a close-up shot in Rokoko Studio and in iClone, but was only seeing the full body. So that means my recordings still have jittering although I'm applying the filters in Rokoko Studio. It's probably because I still have issues with my environment. But it's probably also because it's an inertia mocap suit. And what I know today, but didn't know before all this, is that nearly every mocap recording needs to be cleaned up. And this is tedious, time-consuming, and not fun work to do. And I want to avoid this in any case. So I decided to try another tip from Rokoko and go outside to record. But before I went into the heat outside, I decided to set up the Wi-Fi in my apartment. The Rokoko suit has the ability to create a Wi-Fi that your laptop can connect then to. Great. Okay, so let's connect the gloves next. But how? Message to Rokoko, Rokoko's reply. Unfortunately, using the hotspot feature with Smart Suit Pro and Smart Gloves connected is not supported yet. We recommend using a portable Wi-Fi router for outside testing if you want to use Smart Suit Pro and Smart Gloves connected together. So, this is where I'm now. I ordered the portable Wi-Fi router, which takes some time to get right now caused to shortages. But I'm determined. I'm determined and addicted. Addicted to motion capture. Guys, don't get me wrong. Although all these issues, I still love my Rokoko Mocap Suit. It's just fun. Motion capture is probably the best thing that can happen to every boy and every girl. and compared to other mocap solutions, the Rokoko is pretty affordable, but I wasn't aware about that. I didn't know that mocap suits used to cost you $20,000 or even $150,000. So the Rokoko is so much cheaper, and it's clear that it can't be as good as a $20,000 suit. But I think the possibilities and limitations should be communicated much better. And this is why I made this video. If you have the right expectations, it's definitely fun, and it's definitely worth it to get a Rokoko. Also, stay tuned for my outside testing. I re-record the videos as soon as I have the outside router. So make sure to subscribe that you don't miss this one.